much you gotta hate somebody to do all of that, to gather up some cockroaches and sew, like you sewed a pillow and you left just enough space in it for them to like have a little wiggle room? Like, come on. Hey y'all, welcome back to Chocolate Covered Pages. I'm Kiona, and in today's video, y'all, I have so many books to show y'all. These are all the books that I have received in March, and at this point March is not even fully over, but it's about to be. So we're just gonna, I can't wait no longer. Okay, I have some packages that I've been holding and I want to open them in front of you guys, and I have a lot that I've gotten throughout the month that have already been opened. So we're not going to spend too much time chatting. Let's just get straight to the books. Okay, so we have a few books that I have purchased. Not too many. Because remember before I did a whole lot of purchasing, and yeah, we can't keep doing that. So a little bit of purchase books. I think maybe one Pango book, because you know I have a problem, clearly, and I need to stay off Pango. But if you want to be friends with me on Pango, make sure you click the link in my description box so that, you know, I can see what you're selling, you can see what I'm selling, you know, and we could just, you know, exchange amongst ourselves. So, and a whole lot of publishing mail, like a whole lot. Let me find out they love me again, because, you know, I was starting to wonder. I really was. Let's go through the books that I opened already. Okay, so first of all, thank you very much to Penguin Random House for the free books. I'm very happy. So first we have Universality by Natasha Brown. And this is the same author of Assembly. And this is about, it's a sort of like a mystery where, you see this gold bar on the front cover? Someone gets bashed with that. And this takes place in the UK. Someone gets bashed with that in the head, and I believe they die. Oh no, they don't die. Okay. So, yes, someone gets hit on a Yorkshire farm, and a ambitious young journalist begins to take on this story to try to crack the case. It sounds like. Very much looking forward to this. I mean, I told y'all that already, because that was in my anticipated reads. Okay, this was not in my anticipated reads, but it should have been, and you know, I just wasn't thinking of it when I made that list. Oh Sinners by Nicole Cuffey. This is the same author of Dances. A young journalist reeling from loss investigates a mysterious cult in the California redwoods, only to be drawn in by its charismatic leader. In this addictive novel that asks why people give up control and what it takes ultimately to find one's place in the world. Yes, that is why I'm interested, because I love a book regarding cults. And Nicole Cuffey is black. So, you know, like extra points for that. Y'all know how I roll over here. Don't be shocked. This is another book that Penguin sent me. Claire Darling by Callie Kazumi. And I think I just got this one because it sounded interesting. Oh, Callie Kazumi is a British-Japanese writer. Oh, interesting. This is a story of obsession, love, and murder, but not the one you're expecting. You know, I love a good thriller. And the front says, she's been ghosted. She won't be forgotten. Okay, it's definitely giving obsession, stalker, all of the things. And then we have Cursebound by Sarah L. Arifi. And this is the second book in the Faybound trilogy. I do have the first book, Faybound, which is around here somewhere. So I'm very happy to have this second book in the series. This series has gotten really good reviews, so I'm happy about that. This book I purchased in one of my Amazon kind of purchasing one little thing, and y'all listen, I'm getting a little ridiculous with it now, because last time I bought some silk scrunchies and I just slid a couple books in there with that. This time I was buying this. It's not even open. I have to actually open it very soon. These are extra covers from my camera. I know. But like, this book was sitting right there in the safe for later, and I just slid it on over. It was only like $12 maybe less. I think it was less. Let's say that it was less. And this is The Fat Lady Sings by Jacqueline Roy. This book takes place in the 1990s inside of a London psychiatric ward. Okay, there are two women that this book is following that are inside this ward. One is really loud, and the other one is very quiet and fearful. And they then decide that they want to try to communicate with each other, so they start journaling their past, right? They start whispering into tape recorders and writing things down. And I think that this book is going to be really, really interesting. And then I was also sent this in the mail from Starscape. Are these considered young adult? I don't know. These might be considered middle grade actually, but I am interested. So this is a series by P.J. Clark, and the first book is called A Benny's Song, which is, so these are fantasy books. And let's see, and it says on the front, "You ignored my warnings. They are coming." I like that. I like the sound of that. And then this is the back, and it says, "In darkness a song can lead the way. Beware which one you listen to." And this is the second book in the series. This one is called A Benny and the Kingdom of Gold. Okay, and then I also got this book from Harper Via. This is Same River Twice, Putin's War on Women by Sophie Oksanen. And that is pretty much self-explanatory. That's a nonfiction, by the way. Another book I got from Harper Via is Counterattacks at 30 by Won Pyong-son. Jesus. Sorry. This one has been translated by Sean Lynn Halpert. And this is the same author of Almond, which I really wanted to read when it came out, and I didn't get to it. I don't have it. So, I definitely wanted to get this one. I'm going to just give y'all just a little bit. This book is about a woman named Jai, who is an ordinary woman who has never been extraordinary. She has an administrative job at the academy. So basically, it sounds like this woman is not enjoying her job, and then finally someone starts working there named Gayuk Lee, and them together with two other people start doing little things around the office, basically to mess with people, like tiny little protests, like spraying graffiti, throwing eggs, and writing anonymous exposés around the office. This actually sounds pretty funny, especially for someone that works in an office environment. This sounds really, really funny. So, okay. Thank you to Harper Via for that. I also got a few books from Vintage Books. The first being The Third Generation by Chester Himes. Chester Himes is famous for his Harlem Detective series. So I had not heard about this book, which is not part of that series. This is a standalone. So this is about a woman named Lillian, and Lillian passes for white. And she has 3 sons, but she has like a sort of contempt for the darker members of her family. This is definitely a passing story that I have not heard of before, as most people, when they think of passing by Nella Larson or The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. So I'm very interested to read this one, and also to read my first Chester Himes, because I do own a couple of his books. And another one I got from Vintage Books is Playing in the Dark, Whiteness and the Literary Imagination by Toni Morrison. This, I was shocked to find, was this short. I did not realize that. I always thought that this book was like a big hardcover. You know, obviously I've seen a couple of interviews that she's done regarding her books and the white gaze specifically. So I'm very curious to see what she has to say in this book. I also received from Everyman's Library a bind up of James Baldwin. This one has a few of his nonfiction books. The Fire Next Time, Nobody Knows My Name, No Name in the Street, and The Devil Finds Work. So I'm happy to have all of those all into one. I do have The Fire Next Time, but I don't have the other 3 books. Okay, so another one from Penguin Random House, thank you for the free book, is The Book of Love by Kelly Link. This is definitely a thick one. This one came out maybe a year ago. This is the paperback version. I didn't know who Kelly Link was until I was listening to a podcast that I love to listen to called All the Books. And Liberty, who is the co-host on there, she mentioned how much she loves Kelly Link and how great she is of a writer. And that put her on my radar. So, of course, I said yes to receiving that book. From Gallery Books, I received Harriet Tubman Live in Concert by Bob the Drag Queen. Now, let me tell you something. I had no idea who Bob the Drag Queen was until I watched The Traitors. I love that show. I love that show so much. Me and my husband love that show. And Bob the Drag Queen was on the recent season of Traitors. And he is someone that you cannot miss. Like, he was on RuPaul's Drag Race, which I don't watch. So I did not know who he was. And when this book came up as, like, you know, for offering, I was like, I mean, is there more than one Bob the Drag Queen? I didn't know he was an author. Like, and then come to find out, it is definitely the same Bob the Drag Queen. So I was just like, I don't even know what this book is about. I'm just going to say yes because he had a lot of personality, and, you know, that could mean that he wrote a very interesting book. And then also this title is just like, huh? What does this even mean? An inventive, wondrous novel about American hero Harriet Tubman that remixes history into a fresh, dynamic story about love, freedom, salvation, and hip-hop. Okay. Alright, Bob the Drag Queen. Because, you know, if it ain't hitting, I'm going to talk about it. So, but I'm very interested. The next book comes from Harper, and thank you to them for this book, because when I saw that this book was coming from this author, I was like, I want this. I want whatever this woman is writing, because her first love letter to her mom, I was blown away by how well it was written, and this book is now about her sister, and this is Love Rita, an American story of sisterhood, joy, loss, and legacy by Bridget M. Davis. And this is Bridget with her sister. This is, you know, obviously going to be about her sister. The first book that she came out with was called The World According to Fannie Davis, My Mother's Life in the Detroit Numbers. And that book really intrigued me. I had to pick it up. And when I read that book, I was like, oh man, she really did the damn thing with writing this love letter to her mom. And really, like, by the time I finished reading that book, I really felt like I knew her mom. You know, not to mention her mom's birthday was like literally around my birthday. So her mom was a Taurus, and that made so much sense to me. The mindset that her mom had at the time, and also why I genuinely connected with the story, you know, of her mom, and just like how she was moving. I was just like, yeah, that is something that I would do. Like, I really do have high hopes for this one. Okay, and then this one is I didn't get this in March. Oh, you know what? I did get this in March, but I got it in the very, very beginning of March. But this is February's subscription book. Remember the translated fiction book service that I purchased? So this is from, again, Archipelago Books. This one is called The Harmattan Winds. And this is translated from the French by Donald Winkler. It's a fairy tale of a book. Okay, it does look like it has some kind of fairy tale thing going on, like if you look at the cover. Okay, and then also I received The Unworthy by Augustina Bazterrica, and this is also translated. Listen, y'all, I'm getting my translated bag, okay? I really am, and I'm proud of myself, because I've been saying that I need to get more translated books in my life, and I've been doing that. So I feel good about it. Translated by Sarah Moses. This is the same author who wrote Tender is the Flesh, and this is her latest book. And this one came with a very interesting and I mean, like, this is a bookmark, but it's actually like, this ain't paper, like, this is very good card stock here. So I will be using it when I actually read the book. And let me tell you something, I went to listen to the first line, and let me tell you, this author writes very like creepy horror, like those type of books. So I already knew what I was gonna get into, but then I decided to just listen to the first, like, a little bit of it on audio. And let me just read you the first 3 sentences real quick, just so you can hear what I read. Okay? Someone is screaming in the dark. I hope it's Lourdes. I put cockroaches in her pillow and sewed up the slip, so they struggle to get out. So they crawl underneath her head or over her face and into her ears, I hope, nesting there, the nymphs damaging her brain. What? Girl, you know how much you gotta hate somebody to do all of that, to gather up some cockroaches and sew, like, you sewed a pillow and you left just enough space in it for them to, like, have a little wiggle room. Like, come on. That's the type of horror that actually really gets under my skin. Like, when it's creepy horror. If they say, like, oh, somebody, like, got their head chopped off when they walked into the room, like, that doesn't bother me. That doesn't move me. But stuff like this, when it make my skin crawl, like, yeah. And it also came with these little matchbooks. There's another one, but it's over here. And this one was sent to me by Scribner, so thank you very much. I'm very excited to have that. Okay, and then another book from Scribner is Mumbo Jumbo by Ishmael Reed, who I have been wanting to read for some time, and they have re-released this book with a new cover. So looking forward to this. This was a book that I came across while I was doing some research, and I decided to get it off of Pingo because this book was $1. And I love a $1 book, especially a $1 book that's on my wish list. Okay, and for $1, this book ain't bad. This is Woman at Point Zero by Nawal El Sadawi. And apparently this is a very popular book. And it's so super short. From her prison cell, Firdaus, sentenced to die for having killed a pimp in a Cairo street, tells of her life from village childhood to city prostitute. Society's retribution for her act of defiance, death, she welcomes as the only way she can finally be free. Oh my god, it sounds so freaking good. It sounds so good. Like, this I want to get to sooner rather than later. And this is also translated fiction. This was translated by Sharif Hatata. Yes, this book is originally written in Arabic. From The Hive. Thank you so much to The Hive, who is under Hachette. They sent me a book that I had been dying for. Ever since it was announced last year, I knew I needed to have it in my hands. And that is 6 Days in Bombay by Alka Joshi. Now, I really enjoyed Alka Joshi's first series, The Henna Artist. And I really love how her books seem to really, you know, center Indian women and their needs and their desires, but it also sheds a light on, you know, how sometimes they're very kind of stifled by the men around them. Like, there's a lot of things that they can't do or say is not proper, and I really love how Alka Joshi shines a light on that. But there's so much, I learned so much from reading her first series that I really wanted to get into this one. And this is not part of the series. This is a standalone. So I'm looking forward to this. This one comes out April 15th. And then I also received from Source Books, His Face is the Sun by Michelle Japez Kapora. And this is, oh jeez. This is a fantasy book. This is a YA fantasy. And this comes out May 6th. So here's some, I guess these are character art cards that came with it. You can tell from the character cards that these are characters of color. So I'm looking forward to that. And then also too, I received The Edge of Yesterday by Rita Woods. This one comes out, this also comes out in April. This one is from Thank You to Forge Books for sending this to me. I really wanted this book because I have read, at this point, I've read every Rita Woods book. Before this, there were only 2. But I really enjoyed all of them. Okay, I read Remembrance by her. I also read The Dreamwalker. And I really enjoyed them. I love how she has a bit of magical realism in her books. And she just does it the right way. And I'm very much looking forward to this. I don't think she's going to let me down. Okay, and then the next one is from Harper Voyager. This is called The Prince Without Sorrow. Book 1 of the Obsidian Throne by Matri Wijesakara. I love this cover. Like, I love this cover. And this author is an Australian Sri Lankan writer. Drawing on inspiration from the Mauryan Empire of ancient India, a new fantasy series of hunted witches, romantic angst, and political intrigue, perfect for fans of the Hurricane Wars and the Jasmine Throne. Okay, I thought this was YA, but maybe it's not. I actually hope that it's not. I don't think it is. Whoop, whoop. You know, it's nothing against YA, but like, adult fantasy is always gonna hit way harder for me. It just always is, because, you know, there's sex and stuff. Like, okay. A prince born into violence, seeking peace, and a witch shackled by pacifism, seeking revenge. I'm sold. I am sold. And this is out now. Yes. Okay. This is another book that I was researching online and I came across, and I was like, I'm gonna buy it. I was actually going to just get it on Libby, and then I was just like, nah, I actually kind of want it. Like I just want it. I have a good feeling about it, so I purchased it, and it wasn't super expensive, you know. This is called The Last Gift of the Master Artist. Why can't I talk today? The Last Gift of the Master Artist by Ben Okri, who is also the author of The Famished Road, which also won, I think that book won the Booker Prize. It's one of the few black authors that won the Booker Prize. By a riverbank in Africa, two lovers meet for the first time. They make a promise to meet again the next day. Same time, same place, but only one of them shows up. This sounds like the beginning of a love story, but it's more than that. And there's more, but I'm not going to read it. Ah! That sounds good, right? It sounds so, so good. And it's thick. How many pages is this? We're going to say it's 500. 497. Come on, that's 500. We're going to say it's 500 pages. But doesn't that sound exciting? I'm so happy for me. Okay, and then Vintage Books and Knopf sent me some Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie books. So they have re-released her old books with new covers, and this is the one for Americana. This is the one for Half of a Yellow Sun, and I'm assuming they did all of these over again to match her new release, which is Dream Count, which was also in my first quarter anticipated reads. So happy to have these. I also got from Penguin Random House Blackwood's Blue Sky by Eowyn Ivey, who is the author of The Snow Child, which I didn't read and I really wanted to. This is an indigenous author, and this one sounds very, very creepy, actually. This is set in the mythical landscapes of Alaska with an unforgettable dark fairy tale that asks the question, can love save us from ourselves? Sounds very, very good. And it's been getting excellent reviews, so I'm very much looking forward to that. And One World sent me Original Sins, The Miseducation of Black and Native Children in the Construction of American Racism by Eve L. Ewan. And does this even need any introduction? I was very much looking forward to this. This is a nonfiction, of course. And it already told you in the title what it's about. So I don't need to read nothing. Very much looking forward to this. From Live Right, I have The Catch by Yrsa Daley Ward. Super excited about this one. Because one thing I always say, when a poet writes a fiction novel, it's going to hit. So you cannot tell me that this book won't be good and written well. Like, you just, I don't see it. I would be shocked if I don't love this. Darkly whimsical debut about women daring to live and create with impunity. Very excited. That's it. That's all I'm gonna read. I don't need to know nothing else. Nothing else. Okay, so that comes out in June. Okay, Jamaica Road by Lisa Smith. Super excited about this. First of all, I don't know why the hell this arc is so heavy. A transformative love story about two best friends who fall for each other, fall apart, and try to find their way back together in their tight-knit British Jamaican community. So excited. Ah! It is set in the 80s. I love that. Love that for me. Did I say when this come out? This comes out July 17th. All right, and then we have This Is Not a Ghost Story by A. Marie. Yes, that A. Marie, the singer. This comes out in June. And let's see what this says. This tells the story of a black man who walks into the light and becomes an instant celebrity for being the first visible and verifiable ghost. Okay, very interesting. All right, now from what I understand, this is her first full novel, because I know before she came out with a book, but it was like an anthology of sorts. So this is a book that is written by her. It's a full novel, so looking forward to that. And then we also have, oh, I'm sorry, who sent me this? William Morrow sent me this. So thank you to them, and then thank you to Pantheon for A Murder for Miss Hortense by Mel Pennant. And this is a mystery novel, and it's coming out June 10th. Oh, this is set in the 1960s in Birmingham, England. This is about a older Jamaican woman. From my understanding, it seems like a bit of a cozy mystery. It might be like a cozy mystery. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. But it's definitely a mystery. We didn't even get to the ones that I gotta open. Okay, so then I didn't take them out this box, but Harper Amistad, whose Amistad is underneath Harper, they sent me an entire box of books. And yes, I had already opened it, but once I realized what it was, I just kept it in the box because I wanted to show y'all. Okay, so first we have Chloe, a novel of secrets and lies by Connie Briscoe. Now, y'all know Connie Briscoe, the OG. Okay, I have some old Connie Briscoe over there. I got some PG County. I got some something else over there. Sisters and Husbands. Yeah, I'm happy that she's still writing. And this one is a bit short, and I think this is like a kind of like a thriller of sorts. They are saying that this is an updated version of Daphne du Maurier's Rebecca. I'll be the judge of that. I love Rebecca. I absolutely love Rebecca. Oh, and is this set in Potomac? It's set in Potomac. And you know, I only know Potomac because of Housewives of Potomac. And I'm just interested. Okay, so it sounded like we're going to be getting a thriller set in a very affluent black neighborhood. I like the sound of that. Okay. Which Connie is no stranger to writing about black people in affluent neighborhoods. So let me just say that. Alright, so I also got Sins of Survivors, a Carter Brothers novel by Joe McLean. And this is under Blair Underwood Presents. Alright, and this one is saying, oh, what does it say? Harlem Shuffle meets The Godfather in this fierce and dazzling crime family saga from Hollywood legend Blair Underwood and filmmaker Joe McLean. Okay. I kind of like the sound of this. I do. I didn't realize that that's what this book is about. I'm not crazy about the cover, but I like the idea of a crime family saga. And I like the idea that it mentions The Godfather. So it's giving me, you know, mobster type of things, you know, with black people, of course. Okay, and then another book, this was on my anticipated, in my anticipated reads video, Mainline Mama by Kiana Harris. And I already told y'all what this was about. This is about a woman who meets a guy and the guy gets locked up. You know, he goes to prison and she realizes that she's pregnant and now she has this baby that she has to take care of while he has been imprisoned. And she has to go back and forth to kind of see him. And this is a memoir about that. Okay. I Am Nobody's Slave, How Uncovering My Family's History Set Me Free by Lee Hawkins. And that is another book that is very self-explanatory. Another one I was super excited about was Mimi at the Crossroads by Megan Giddings. And y'all know I really enjoyed Lakewood by Megan Giddings. I also read her second novel, which was The Women Could Fly. I wasn't crazy about that one. So I'm really hoping that I could at least get a 2 out of 3. I really hope so. I really hope so. I'm definitely gonna give this a shot. A dazzling new novel about two brilliant sisters and what happens to their undeniable bond when a mysterious and possibly perilous new world beckons. I know that this book has to do with these mysterious doors opening up in different parts of the country. So we'll see what she does with that. And then we have Phases, which this is a book of poetry by Tremaine Subi. Okay. And then A Roadmap to Your Freedom and Joy, The Inner Fitness Revolution by Tina Lifford. Oh, okay. I didn't know this was Tina's book. Okay. My Father's House, an ode to oh, did I say when this was coming out? I did not say when Me at the Crossroads was coming out. This is coming out in June. Okay. Okay, My Father's House, an ode to America's longest serving black congressman by John Conyers III. Okay. And then we have Becoming Spectacular, The Rhythm of Resilience from the First African American Rockette by Jennifer Jones. Ooh, I'm sure she got some very interesting stories. The first black rockette, I could just imagine. And that is it from Amistad. Okay, so now we are finally going to get to some packages that I can open, okay? All right, please don't fall. Okay, so this is from Penguin Random House. This envelope is literally telling me nothing. I have no idea what this is. Oh, yes. Okay, this is called Good and Evil and Other Stories by Samantha Schweblin. Let me just slide it up so that y'all can see. Okay, so this is the full cover and it has this little like sleeve on here. This is the same. Oh, and excuse me, translated fiction. Translated by Megan McDowell. And this was sent to me by Knopf. So thank y'all, Knopf. I don't know why it looks like a rabbit is swimming, but that is what this that is what this sleeve is showing. Okay, I read a little bit, I never did get to finish a little bit of Samantha Schweblin's first book, and for some reason the name of it is escaping me. It had to do with a horse and it was very out there. I think it was one of those books where you really had to probably read it in one sitting, because once I put it down, I was knocked out of the story. And I think I was supposed to just keep reading. Just keep reading, you know? Because I was reading and I was just like, where is this? Like, I kept wondering, like, where is this going? Like, who is this person talking to? Like, what's going on? I had so many questions. And I'm sure would have gotten the answers to it if I would have continued reading it. But, you know, I got issues. So this one is actually a short story collection. And I'm not usually a fan of short story collections, but I had to say to myself, you know what? It's Samantha Schweblin and it might be 6 really good stories. So you really don't want to close yourself off. It might be good. 6 lucid, strange, and supple stories to lure us into the shadows so that we may confront the monsters of everyday life ourselves. I mean, if that don't make you want to read this, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to tell y'all. This book comes out September 16th. All right, let's keep going. This is from HarperCollins. Yes, okay. This is going to be the third book. This is from Harper Voyager. This is the third book in the Fallen Gods series. So this one is called Faithbreaker by Hannon Kaner. And then I also have the first book in the series, which is God Killer. And then the second one is Sunbringer. This is obviously a fantasy series. So I'm looking forward to these. I'm just happy. Y'all heard that? The whole damn stack. Okay. I'm going to just grab from wherever is nearest to me. And I'll just pick up the other ones up off the floor. Okay. So this is from HarperCollins. And I really hate these envelopes so much. I really do. Like, why would they make an envelope that you got to split it in half? Okay. The Wildlings. This is from Harper Via specifically by Lisa Harding. This cover is very intriguing to me. Because why are you whispering to this person? In the spirit of Donna Tartt's The Secret History comes a vivid and compulsive story of obsession, control, and guilt set in 1990s Dublin. Okay. I'm in. I'm very much in. Okay. I like obsession, stalker types books. I do. I really do. And then also them mentioning The Secret History, which tells me that there is some dark academia in this book, even though I didn't like The Secret History. But, you know, if they just using it as a reference, okay, cool. Okay, this is from Penguin. All right. This is called Gloria by Andres Felipe Solano. This is translated from the Spanish by Will Vanderheiden. This is from Counterpoint specifically. Centered around a real-life historic concert at Madison Square Garden, this wide-ranging nostalgic novel spans 2 continents and 5 decades as it follows the interlaced lives of a mother and son in New York City. Okay. Set in the 1970s. Alright, this this is a surprise. All the Noise at Once by Deandra Davis. This is clearly a young adult novel. The Hate You Give meets All American Boys in this young adult novel from the point of view of a teen with autism. Alright. Oh, now that makes sense why he's on the cover and he's wearing headphones. Okay, that didn't work. Alright. I have to use my scissors. Yeah. The Dream Hotel by Layla Lalami. This was in my anticipated reads video, and I'm very happy to have it. This is a world where people's dreams are not private, and they have the people that monitor people's dreams have determined that this woman in this story is at risk of harming her husband. So for his safety, she must be kept under observation for 21 days. So she is then sent to the Dream Hotel. This is very different for Layla because she don't be writing no like science fiction-y type of, because that's what it's giving. Okay, so I'm very interested to see what she does with this. I will be honest, the first book of hers I read was called The Other Americans. I was not a fan of that one, but this is completely different from what I'm reading in the synopsis. So I got a little bit of high hopes for it. Okay. Yay! Hunchback by Sao Ichikawa, translated by Polly Barton. This book has been longlisted for the International Booker Prize, and this is how it ended up on my radar. I feel like it's probably going to be strange. Let's see. A provocative, defiant debut novel about a young woman in a care home seeking autonomy and the full possibilities of her life. Mariana Enriquez says that this is uproariously funny, unflinching, and merciless. It's super tiny. So, like, it makes me want to get to it even more because it's so short. And I also want to see if they end up picking it, but they love picking books that are really long, so I don't know how that one is gonna fare in getting into the short list. I don't know, just off of the size alone. Yay! Okay, this one is from Atria Books. I'm super excited to have it. The Payback by Kashana Cauley. And this one comes out in July 15th. This is the same author who wrote The Survivalist, which I didn't end up getting to read. When Jada Williams is relentlessly pursued by the debt police, she is left with no choice but to take down her student loan company with the help of 2 more co-workers. Listen, this need to be real. Take these get rid of these student loans, okay? Hit the button for everybody, please. Sick of it. So this sounds like it's gonna be fun. Okay, let's get to the boxes now. Okay, so this clearly shows what's gonna be in it, and I do have the advanced reader copy of this book already. So okay, and then the inside says some people would kill for this life, and this is how everything is packaged. Okay, is this a saltwater taffy? It is. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. What do we have here? Drunk Elephant, DeBronzi Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops. Okay. Cocoa extract peptides. Like sunshine in a bottle without the damaging effects. Okay. I've never heard of such a thing. I have to see if it is okay for melanated skin. Okay, I don't know how to get... Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a bronzer. Okay. We'll see what it do on my skin, because I love getting darker. Y'all don't even understand. I love getting tan on vacation. I love that for me. Okay, and then also we have okay, so this is the same brand. Also by Drunk Elephant, Proteini Polypeptide Cream, which is to strengthen and moisturize. Oh, it's like adding a shot of protein to your smoothie every day. Okay. It's what your skin needs to retain its youthful appearance. Okay, well, I like to be youthful looking. So, okay, so that's what that looks like. What's this? Oh, now this is what I'm talking about. This is by Latika. And this is a bath soak. And this scent is called Number 6 Amalfi Coast. Okay, I can't even smell it through the bag. Okay, we got a hair clip. We got some nail polish. Okay. by Nailtopia, Biosource chip-free nail lacquer. And this is a pretty pink color. What else is in here? More. Okay, so there's saltwater taffy all over the all over the box. Oh wait, we got something else in here. Oh, we got a little pouch by Kushi. Now, oh, it's a pencil case. Okay, good. Oh, okay, for your pencils and more. The pencil case is designed to keep mascaras, eyebrow. Okay. Oh, you can also put glasses in here. This will be used. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so we have a little fake thing from International Tribune. This one says Pulitzer Prize nominated playwright missing on Capri. And then the other one says Sarah Lingate's body recovered. Okay, this was fun. This was pretty you know, creative. And then of course we have the book, which is Saltwater by Kathy Hayes. I feel like they did a good job here. Definitely a good job. I feel like this was very beach oriented, and I like that. Okay, so thank you very much. Who sent me this? To Valentine Books, who is underneath Penguin Random House. Thank you very much for the free package. All right, so now we have this one. I'm not just aimlessly banging. There's like a little flat. Yeah, see? Look at, see? I wasn't just banging around. This is a very strange box. Like, okay. Let's see what box that you got. Yes. Okay. The drama this box was, right? Okay. So, Our City That Year by Gitanjali Shree and translated by Daisy Rockwell. This, oh, it was originally written in Hindi. This is the same author of Tomb of Sand, which I have. Oh, I don't even think y'all could see. I don't have my camera up that high, but it's up there. A powerful kaleidoscope novel about a fractured society, loosely based on the gathering violence that eventuated in the demolition of the Babri Mosque by religious extremists in 1992. I don't know what that is, but I'm very interested because I love it when books tell me about things in history that I know nothing about. Apparently, there was some violence erupting between Hindus and Muslims, and they were at war with each other. I am very much looking forward to this. How long is this? Oh, it's not that long. It's like a little over 400 pages. Not bad, not bad. All right. And now this one, obviously from Penguin. This better not be one book and a bunch of paper. It better not. But it has some weight to it. So, let's see. I hate when I have a really big box and it's just one book in it. It is one book. It's one really big book though. So I could see how it made it into this. Oh my gosh, it's so big and it's so heavy. This is a graphic novel called Tongues this is Tongues Volume 1 by Anders Nilsson. I cannot believe how heavy this book is. And I really do love, oh, ow. Let me show y'all. Like, this is the naked hardback. That's nice. And then let me show y'all some of the art in this. Just so you could kind of get a feel for it. But yes. Okay, and my battery is dying. But that is okay because that was the last package. First of all, thank y'all so much for watching this video. I know it's probably long as hell because I had a lot of books. And I wanted to tell y'all a little bit of what was going on inside of them. So y'all can decide if y'all want to do some pre-ordering. Put it on your library hold list. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and share with your friends. If you are new here, please subscribe for more bookish content like this. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye!